Unlocking the Meaning. Last week's episode, explained. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into a phrase that you might hear quite often, especially if you're a fan of TV shows, podcasts, or any serial content. Last week's episode. Understanding this phrase is key to not only following your favorite series but also to mastering everyday English conversation. So, let's get started. Last week's episode refers to the most recent episode of a television series, podcast, or any serialized content that was released the week before the current one. It's a compound phrase, so let's break it down. Last week, this part of the phrase specifies the time frame, indicating something that happened a week ago from the current date. Episode. This refers to a single installment of a series. In a TV show, for example, an episode is one of the parts into which the story is divided, typically aired weekly. Understanding the context of this phrase is crucial, as it implies a continuity or a following in a series of events or stories. Knowing and using the phrase, last week's episode, can help you in several ways. 1. Following discussions. Whether you're talking with friends or participating in online forums, this phrase helps you accurately discuss recent developments in any series you're following. 2. Avoiding spoilers. By specifying, last week's episode, you can avoid giving away spoilers to someone who might not be up to date. 3. Cultural context. Many English-speaking countries have a strong culture of following TV series and podcasts. Understanding this phrase helps you engage more deeply with that culture. Let's see how last week's episode can be used in sentences. Did you see last week's episode of Game of Thrones? It was incredible. I can't believe what happened in last week's episode. I didn't see that twist coming. We should discuss last week's episode during our podcast. There's a lot to unpack. These examples show how the phrase can be a starting point for discussions, sharing opinions, and expressing surprise or excitement about a series. And that wraps up our exploration of last week's episode. We hope this video has shed some light on how to use this phrase effectively in your English conversations. Remember, mastering phrases like this one can really help you sound more natural and keep up with discussions on your favorite shows. Thanks for watching, and see you in our next video.